Hey guys, I'm Cal, also known as S03 or Dagger, in accordance to our team, the Storm Riders. Today my friend Chris and I are here today to talk about our kits and what we run things.
Like Cal said, my name is Chris, otherwise known as S07. We're going to be running through the differences and similarities of our kits and why we run it certain ways.
You're going to find that my kit's a bit different than Chris's in ways that you wouldn't think so. I'm currently a serving member of the military. I work in an infantry company as well as in psychological operations. So my kit is a bit tailored to how I want and how I train. The old saying goes, train how you fight. And so while I take airsoft as a bit of a training implement for myself, I think that if I play on the field, it's an implementation or a multiplier of how I can train myself to further better myself in my job as well.
And as a recreational airsoft player, I gain from Cal's knowledge, and like you said, my kit is set up a little different to my preferences.
Well, other than that, ready to crack on and get into it?
Let's do it.
All right, perfect. Here, I have an issued Mitch 2000. I understand that some of you guys out there have EYEPRO helmets, and I fully condone that. I mean, I wouldn't suggest you guys go and buying a real Mitch 2000. This is given to me by the military. I only wear it because of what I train with, and I want to train how I fight, but also it provides enhanced head protection for me. It's a lot harder to break this than plastic, but some of you guys want that super lightweight, high speed. I know that Chris runs a helmet there. I think it's polymer.
It's just a standard run-of-the-mill repo fast helmet. I've never had any problems with it. The only thing I can see being a big issue with repo helmets is the retention system. So I know you can get real retention systems like Cal's got in here and pop them right in here, but I've never had a problem with it. And even though it is only a cheap plastic, it saved my head, as you can see, from quite a few knocks.
You can also see on our helmets we have the NVG mounts. Mine currently is actually a GoPro mount. When I do run my GoPro, I have my name here, my call signs, my extra straps here, including if I want to run V lights from the rear for or even like a dead light, but green lights or blue lights in the back to call friendly or foe. And I have my helmet pads here, a bit more comfort.
Same with mine, just got my call sign and a Canadian flag. If a bit tip for painting a helmet, you can paint over the Velcro, it doesn't matter. And that's it, nothing fancy with mine. Next up is EYEPRO. So EYEPRO is very important, as everybody who plays airsoft knows. You only get one set of eyes, so you should do everything you can to make sure they're protected. Personally, I have a large style goggle. I did this because I used to wear prescription lenses. Recently I've got LASIK, so I don't need that anymore, but I do like the room and the fact that it covers my nose a bit, because if anybody knows who runs through brush a lot, that kind of stuff hurts. So I've painted it just to get rid of the OD green color that it was, and I've also got a fan coming for it to mount inside. I don't have too many problems with fogging, but on particularly hot days or if I'm fairly static, I can get a bit of fogging. I used to run them from clips that mount right into the fast helmet, which is another advantage of rails on a helmet. But recently I've gone to just a standard strap again. Cal?
I actually run two types of eyewears commonly. I run the V12 Advances here. They're no longer a company out there anymore. I also run the Oakley M frames. Now these ones, they're full seal, so usually I can wear them on the frontline field. These are actually not full seal, as in only ballistic lenses. I usually wear these when I work, because they're very, very comfortable. And when I do wear them, as you can see here, they don't fall off, even if I shake my head around, right? They come with different lenses, but I usually just wear the clears. Because I don't really like tinted lenses, I find it a bit disorienting to me, I'm not really used to it. This comes with different lenses as well, but I usually just wear the clear as usual. I also run it with the cloth, the attachment bag. Because usually I might wear it on top of my helmet, like Chris does. But I don't usually do it, so kind of just flick it on, stick it in my bag, and call it a day. But I like these a lot, because if you want, they actually pop out slightly on the side here. So if you're running around, or if you're staying still, it ventilates very, very well. Definitely good bang for your buck. So guys, we're going to start talking about face protection now. I run a bit of a more modernistic face style protection. I actually have Recce Wrap, as traditionally known, but it's basically just a tube scarf. All it is a very lightweight wool. You can just draw it out here. It can be a neck warmer, it can be a head warmer, a small hat, face cover. It can even be like a balaclava. You can pull up your face, up to your head, that kind of stuff. I like because it's really lightweight. That, and I drew a nice little skull on it. Nice and cute. What do you wear there, Chris?
I wear a shamag. I just wear it like a triangle and wrap it around my head. I find it fairly breathable and it keeps the BBs out of my teeth. I do get some problems with fogging sometimes, but I just bite it. Whenever I go CQC, that's what I do. Instead of, you get the instinct to open your mouth and breathe heavy, I breathe through my nose and bite on there so I don't lose any teeth. Okay, up next we're going to talk about plate carriers. Generally, all of us run a similar style of plate carrier, being a 1694 or 1694 variety. Myself and Cal, our plate carriers are extremely similar in the setup and function. So Cal's going to go into a bit of detail about his setup here now.
So mine's a bit funky, as you can probably see. We both run the elastic cummerbund. I know, like Chris, yeah, you can see it's a lot easier on his, but I actually run side plates in mine. So the kind of like line looks a bit funkier, but I run that. So I can have like a grenade pouch here or a fast mag. So basically, if I get into like I know there's a lot of heavy firefights coming up, or I know if I'm gonna have a big long day of shooting, and toss these on, or I know it's like a quick game, like indoor games, or it's like a quick skirmish, toss these off and look just like Chris. I know we also both run the elastic mag pouches here too. Very, very high speed. Toss a mag in there, Chris will show you. When you draw the mag out, they flatten to your chest, so you go prone. Dirt's not gonna get in there, mud isn't gonna collect in there. So when you go put a mag in there next time, take it out, nice, crisp, flattens your body.
I've never had a problem with them falling out. It retains very well. The same with the insert here, just a regular cloth insert. You can get the Kydex inserts. Cal's using the cloth one as well. I've never had any problems with it falling out.
Now, I prefer the cloth one as well too, because when you do go prone, it still flattens a bit more. And inches can save your life in the long run. I know I've been hit multiple times when I'm running like 3 or 4 mags in this, and my body is at slightly inch above the ground. If you push this all the way down, that BB will zip right over your head. Now I know that it's not that much, but it could mean the difference in the long run.
Exactly. I used to run fast mags here, and fast mag is basically an inch off, and just that extra bit has got me in trouble a number of times. Besides just mag pouches, I run a LBT style admin pouch. Just got Storm Riders patch and just random. That's all I run on the front of my rig. It's very slick. It does exactly what I need it to do, which in airsoft is sling BBs fast. So that's all I run.
Mine is basically the same setup, minus the admin pouch there. I run all my pouches on the front here. I have no admin pouch. I want that complete, just bare bones setup here. V-light for night games. I want them hit. Slap that on. It'll be a red either strobe or solid light, so guys know, oh, that guy's dead. Don't shoot him. With name tape here. Mullen Lave patch. Come and take. And a nice IR flasher patch there.
These elastic cummerbunds are great. They keep everything really tight. When you're running, they breathe with you. I've never had something more comfortable. You want to talk about your plates, Cal?
Yep. In my rig, I actually haul them out here. Probably. Thank you. I am running level 3 SAPI plates in mine. I won't show you the back there because it has some things I don't want you guys to see. But basically the strike face here, for round impact system, you can stock to 3 AK rounds consecutively.
On the civilian side of things, I run a fake SAPI plate that I've filled with sand and then duct taped it to make sure no sand falls out. They're quite heavy. They're a little bit heavier than those, and they just give it a rigidity that you only get with plates. As you can see, my back panel is completely bare. I used to run a mat pack, extra mags for my team, all kinds of things on my back. And what I found is that I couldn't get close to a building. I couldn't, I'd run up against things, I'd get caught in trees, all that stuff. It just wasn't worth it. So now, if I need water, I keep it in one of my pockets. I don't think it's necessary in our short airsoft games. Maybe if we were playing a milsim or something like that, I'd slap the mat back on it. But for just our, hour-long games, whatnot, I prefer to have nothing on my back.
I as well don't run into my back, minus my Nice little call sign. So guys walking up behind me don't know who I am. If I glance at my gear, you can see my call sign and who I am, as well as my name here.
Okay, next we're going to talk about our BDUs. As you can see, we're fairly similar, but there are some slight differences. We both go for a combat style shirt. So I guess we'll start from the top. In these pouches, well, outside here I have my call sign, so you can see me from the left. My other call sign is on my helmet, so you can see me from the right. And like Cal, I've got one on the back, so you can see who I am from the rear. In here, I keep a map of Redcliffe and paper towels. And I see a lot of people have problems with fogging and that kind of stuff throughout the game, so I just keep a load of folded towels so I can just wipe my goggles in a pinch, or anything, get shot in the nose, plug it, and a pen. That's basically what I keep in here.
My left arm is basically the same, except I wear my Canadian IR flag here. So guys, MPGs, if you look at this, a lot of strobe, that kind of stuff. Team patch in my pocket. It's not as cool as Chris. I just carry my wallet. I hate wearing my wallet in my bag. I know that, I don't know, I could drop in my bag or leave it like a rummage into my kit. My bag is dumped over by accident, lose my wallet. It's a bad time all around.
Okay, we're just going to touch briefly on what we wear actually under our BDUs. So myself, contrary to what I'm wearing now, I don't actually wear anything under this in the summertime. I find especially with the weighted plates in my carrier, it's plenty warm for me. Same, I don't wear anything under my pants, except in the winter. I've specifically bought a very thin, high-rated thermal long sleeve shirt to wear, and a pair of thermal underwear, because especially playing longer games where you're sitting around, you really need that extra heat. Right.
In the winter time, I might wear like a grid fleece under this, which is basically just like, grid, and it's cut in like small squares of fleece, and it kind of gives that more of a small air pockets basically generated around your body to keep you warmer. But for summertime, it's usually what I wear. I don't really like the feeling of wearing the combat shirt alone, so you just kind of just toss on this under it. And I feel a bit comfier that way.
Next up, we'll talk about our pants. For mine, as you can see, a big difference is I wear integrated knee pads. I just started wearing integrated knee pads about 7 or 8 months ago, and I'm in love with them. They don't slip around like I feared. They're always where they need to be, and even though they may not look the thickest, I've fallen down hills, fallen down everything. I've never had a problem with them. For regards to the pockets, I keep a multi-tool. That's where I also keep my barrel bag, and some tape and some general other tools.
I might toss like my winter hat, some extra pair of gloves, maybe some pens, pencils, that kind of stuff. Not too heavy. You don't want to have it bouncing around you, right? So my knee pad as well, it's not actually built in like Chris's. I'm thinking of getting them, but for now I'm just running this basic little knee pad here. It's very flexible in the mid portion here, so it actually stays on my knee, doesn't flex around too much. Very, very comfortable, nice foam on the inside here. Elastic, so it doesn't like cut off circulation, that kind of stuff. So I'm running a bit tight, but not too tight, so it cuts off circulation. Nice quality knee pad. So, as you can probably see here, very obvious, I wear mechanics gloves. These are just original classic mechanics. I've had these for about 4 or 5 years, and I wore these civilian side, like airsoft and military. I've grabbed hot barrels with these. You can see like imprints of the muzzles on this. When I grab the hot barrel off the gun, because it won't come off properly, and you can see like indentations on the glove there. But faithfully served me for about 4 or 5 years now. Civilian and military side, no complaints. Great pair of gloves all around. Very lightweight, very comfortable.
I'm just running a glove I got from Canadian Tire. My big thing with gloves is I like to be able to have the dexterity to manipulate single BBs, so that's a big thing for me. I tried on a dozen pairs before I liked these. I used to wear the gloves with cutoffs, but then it kind of takes away from the fact you're wearing gloves, because you grab a rusty door, just rocks, anything. You never know, right? Yeah. Next, we're going to talk about boots. Most of the Storm Riders either run a military style boot or a hiking style boot. We all run above ankle boots because we firmly believe that you need that ankle protection when you're playing. Even with a boot, it's easy enough to hurt yourself, so why would you take the extra risk?
So I'm wearing a nice high-rise hiking boot here. I actually hike a lot in my spare time, so I actually wear these usually, as well as my regular walking boot. They're very, very comfortable. The only thing I found with these is that the sole is starting to give out, or the internal sole. So I'm just gonna replace those. I think they're best kind. Really, really warm, very comfortable. As you can probably see here, it's a bit of a unique lace design. Instead of having like actual laces on boots, all I need to do is tug on that, tightens it up, and you just pull down on this. Then you can actually tuck it into the lip of the boot here.
Well, this is a traditional style military boot. I use these for longer games, like if I'm doing if I know I'm going to be on the go all day, or if I know it's going to be a little wetter or whatever, I'll wear a military style boot instead of a hiking boot. When I know I want to, you know, get that extra edge for speed or whatnot, if we're just playing fast games all day, I'll gravitate more towards a hiking boot. One good thing to look for, of course, with a boot for airsoft is an aggressive grip. So this will give you the edge on taking off, on stopping, all that stuff. So that's very important to look for, as well as we mentioned, a high boot with a lot of ankle support. Next, we're going to go into our belt setups. As you can see, both myself and Cal run quite a bit of gear on our belts, but our belts are set up a bit differently. He runs a battle belt, which is independent of his belt he wears in his pants, whereas I combine the two. Cal, you want to talk about why you set your belt up the way you did?
Yep, well the way I have basically like this is that I can go to and from the range, to and from games. All I gotta do, time to play, take it off, or technically putting it on, clip it on here, do the lock, and I'm good to go. I just like the way it feels, it's comfier to me. Basically it has like a nice rubberized padding here so I can slip around on me. I have it set up the way I want. I have my pistol mags, it's like emergencies, that kind of stuff. I want to reload immediately. Left side, one fast mag here with mag in it. A nice netted dump pouch. I'll show you guys how this works here. Basically when your mag is empty, you don't want to drop it in the field like mud and that kind of stuff, because I know that in reality, in real life, you're not going to go back for your mags, or you're not going to really care about the mags that much. But for airsoft, yeah, you can go back since you have some money down the road. Dump it in here. The two little lips on here actually prevent mags from bouncing out as much, so it's not going to have a problem with that. And over here I have a strike plate included with my hard shell style for my 1911 air run.
Okay, myself, I run the hard belt inside of my belt loops. One tip, if you're going to run a belt like this, make sure that the belt actually fits through your loops. I run an 1.5 inch belt here, and it is quite difficult to get it through the loops, but it makes for a very, very solid platform. I barely know this is on. One of the problems I had with battle belts is the fact that it can move, and my body type, for whatever reason, likes to make it move. So I decided to go with the hard belt. I run, like Cal, I run a primary reload on my left side. I also run a dump pouch. It's not as fancy as Cal's, it's just straight in there. Different from Cal, I run a medic kit on my back. And this is an emergency blowout kit. So I've got standard first aid, bandages, scissors, gauze, that kind of stuff in here, because you know, injuries are just a byproduct of airsoft, so I like to be prepared for that kind of stuff. As well, I run a hard holster. It's a Safariland style, a little different than Cal's, but serves the same purpose. Most all the Storm Riders either have or run an M4 style rifle. We do this so then everybody can exchange mags, share mags, and it's one of the most modular systems out there. So for example, if I'm out and I need a mag, Cal can just toss me one. Even guys like Noftel, who don't run a gun that uses Stanag mags, he carries a few. So then if a teammate's in need, he can help us out. Lastly, guys, we're just going to give you an overview of our kit. So we went through each piece individually, and we're going to show you how it works as a team. Cal, you want to start us off with your gear?
Yep, well you basically see here, my helmet. I actually don't run the chin strap. Traditionally, I run it a bit under my chin. I find it a bit more comfortable. You can see in like old movies and that kind of stuff, older helmets to have it under their chin like this. So I just find it more comfortable. I know Chris wears his as he should technically. It's a bit more stable, but I find this a bit more comfy for me. My first glance at my kit, you can see here my plate carrier is very high up in my chest. That's to accommodate my battle belt here, which has like the primary weapon mag here. So it's kind of like just a bit more free for me. My mags here all face the direction I'm going to draw them. So if I'm going to draw a mag, right goes my weapon. Correct, right off. Currently running 6 mags here, plus one on my fast mag and another on my fast mag on my belt, including my 2 pistol mags. They're very easy for me to draw right from my belt to my weapon. Now putting it back in is a bit of a challenge because I can't really see, but if I look down, I can see where my kit is. If I do manipulate my body enough, I can see where it is. My pistol here, you can see, I know Chris will touch on it a bit more, but my rig actually does have the plate here, but you should never run something that's going to encumber or prevent you from drawing your handgun quicker and faster. So when I drag out my handgun, I'll come up, there's nothing here, it's going to grab my arm, hook my arm, I can thrust it out, I'm ready to engage any targets in my front.
Similarly, my rig is set up almost the same way. My mags are in front, all facing in one direction. If I do need an offhand reload, I practice just manipulating it. Same, I have a single mag reload over here, and my dump pouch is a little bit further up than Cal's. That's just the position I prefer it in. Same, my pistol, there's nothing along my side, so I can get a nice good grip and then just for the draw. A little tip on positioning your plate carrier. What they say is if you put your chin down, it should rest on your plate. So that's how you know, like Cal's, he puts his chin down and rests on his plate. He's got a lot more space there than me, but he's also a few inches taller than me.
If you guys are interested in seeing some different videos, you always want to see like our rifles, our third line, like our bags, how we do things as like a team, like maybe some like our small unit training. If you guys are interested, you know, let us know in the comments below, or even like private message us. I know I'm always open to like some private message, even our team page. Fire us a message, no problem at all. We'll get back to you as soon as we can.
Remember to like us on Facebook, and you can also follow us on Instagram.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks.